There has been about 148% increase in both teenager girls and boys in anxiety and depression because there's so much on social media. I would really recommend parents to get the kids out of the city and in places like this where you can have a digital detox. Face to face with their parents, with their friends, and there's so much to do that the kids won't get bored. Even when my son comes back here, there's a different sense of calm that I see in him. There's a different sense of peace and he enjoys the nature.
Sometimes it's good to slow down to solve toughest problems which you are facing in life. I think Alakananda just does that to you. Hi, my name is Ritesh and I've come all the way from Hyderabad. The journey towards Alakananda has been nothing short of fascinating for me. It all started when I saw a message on my WhatsApp stating that there is something called Alakananda, and when I saw it sounded too good to be true, and we just drove down one of the mornings. Just seemed out of the world for me when we visited the place, and I think like they say, it was love at first sight indeed. So I was quite happy visiting it, and I think the same day I'd made up my mind that I'm going to be a part of this journey, this vision. Once you are living in the city, the time runs on a treadmill, and once you are here, the time just slows down. You take a walk, you spend time the way you want, you hear the birds chirping in the morning, you go and get some fruits in the morning, you just take life at its own pace. And like everyone says, sometimes it's good to slow down to solve toughest problems which you are facing in life. I think Alakananda just does that to you.
Hi, I'm Aastha, and we started coming to Alakananda and we bought a plot here about an year back. And we were here earlier this year in the month of April when we wanted to connect with the nature, and my son had a great time here. We did some mango plucking and he enjoyed himself. It was like one-off experience for a city boy like him, and we have kept coming back every quarter. And this time around when we came, then he climbed on the tree and he plucked amlas for me, which was also a very surreal experience. And he takes regular horse riding classes here, which also he is enjoying. So these are certain experiences which are very difficult to find in the city, and which is the reason why we keep coming back here, because we can connect with the nature. So I've been reading this book, The Anxious Generation, and it talks about how there has been about 148% increase in for both teenager girls and boys in anxiety and depression because there's so much on social media. So I would really recommend parents to get the kids out of the city and in places like this where you can have a digital detox. For a week, for 10 days when you're here, there's so much to do that the kids won't get bored, and they would also be away from social media, just enjoying themselves, just reconnecting back to face with their parents, with their friends. And you can come here in small group or large group, you'll have something to do for everybody. Since my son was younger, we've tried to keep him away from the tech, and we want him to connect to the nature because it brings peace and calm within him. And I usually see that the city dwelling kids have a lot of anxiety in themselves, but when again, even when my son comes back here, when he connects to the nature, there's a different sense of calm that I see in him. There's a different sense of peace and he enjoys the nature. And not once does he complain that he wants to go back home, that he's getting bored here, because there's so much to do. So yeah, I think that's a great part of Alakananda.
The last 3-4 days have been quite mesmerizing. We visited quite a few temples. We had good time with horse riding. In fact, my son loved horse riding. We love walking around the river banks. We were at the river beach yesterday, and we have been enjoying the botanical gardens, plucking some amlas on the way, and we have been enjoying some family time at the villa, enjoying some awesome Christmas movies. None of us have ever complained that why are we here and why not in the city. And so when we visited the place, and the place had an impact on you, but once you sat with Mr. Chaudhary, you realize that the grand vision he has for the place, and the way he explains the entire vision, it just shows his emotional connect with the place. I think as somebody who owns the place, somebody who is wanting to invest in the place, that's what I wanted to see, because they're very, you have properties, you have people who build concrete jungles, and they are very disconnected with the place. It's like, I sell and I move out. The moment he told that what is his vision for the place, how he wants to use the place for himself, there were no tall claims per se. They were all claims which were suitably grounded, and when I say grounded is because you could feel it in each and every place where you walked inside Alakananda. You could feel the vision coming to life, and I think that just sealed the deal for us. And we decided that if whatever way we can, we have to be a part of this vision going forward. So every time we come here, I think we see more and more trees planted here. It's way cooler than we visited the first time. And on a lighter note, the more trees you have, the more cooler it is, and the more bird watching we do in the morning. So yeah, all in all, an awesome concept coming up. We are obviously working towards getting our own space, getting our own villa in some time at Alakananda, so that we continue to enjoy more and more.